Hello, I am Diane Darling. Today I will be giving a scenario and responding to it as if it were occurring within my course. Before I begin, it is crucial to get an idea of what this course will entail. This is a course designed for students in the Chinese immersion program that are fascinated with science. Students in this course are transitioning from the PH's pre-operational stage of development to the operational stage of development. This will occur at a different time for each student, but generally it is targeted between students 5 to 9. This online course is based on brain-based learning and will incorporate multimedia, real-world applications, chunking, and gamification elements of video games, leaderboards, and progress bars. This course is designed as a flipped classroom. The online portion of this course will focus on science standards and will be in English, while the in-person course will focus on language development. For the purpose of this demonstration, only the online portion of the course will be addressed. The standards that will be used is the Utah Education Network Science Standards. This will be a 5-week course, and the scenario that will illustrate this will be a 5-week course, and this scenario will illustrate the end assessment for one of the weeks. At the end of the first week, the students will apply their skills to create a water cycle chamber, explain the process through digital media. This will be a difficult topic because students will not have a lot of prior knowledge or language knowledge, so it is important to help students make real-world connections. For the purpose of this scenario, the objective is that students will understand that water changes states as it moves through the water cycle, and will create a water chamber and multimedia video to teach the water cycle in order to apply their knowledge from videos and activities that they have participated in. In this given scenario, there are 2 students that are struggling. Nikolai and Annika really participate, and when they do participate, the results are below average. I will tell you how I will address this situation. The key to the success and remediation for these students lie upon the implementation of the Chickering and Jameson's 7 principles of best practice. The first principle is to increase the communication of the instructor and the learner. Meaningful and adequate communication helps with student success. The second principle lies in the increase of communication from learner to learner. Collaboration and cooperation between students and instructor to students is an important motivating factor for success. Principle 3 to 6 involve open communication. This includes setting high expectations for students, respecting the time on task, prompt feedback, and respecting diverse learning methods. These principles of open communication sets the stage for the 7th principle, active learning. The first step is to evaluate the learner to instructor interaction. Open communication must be established between the learner and the instructor. Research shows that one-to-one interaction between the student and the instructor improves students' sense of course satisfaction. It is important that the students are aware of the presence of the instructor as a guide within the course. It is essential that they are comfortable enough to contact the instructor with any issues. The first priority is to establish learner-to-instructor interaction in a way that makes the learner feel safe and secure. This can occur through one-on-one conferencing, phone calls, checkups, emails, comments, and having the instructor play an active role in the discussion posts and even send in a postcard. The second step for remediation is to evaluate learner-to-learner interaction. It is essential to evaluate whether this process is taking place and if the course facilitates cooperation and collaboration. This type of peer-to-peer learning increases student course satisfaction. An important component of Nikolai and Annika's success is their connection with a peer that is excelling in the course. This will ensure that the students are communicating and collaborating. The third step is to evaluate whether the expectations of the course are clear. It is important to see if the course instructions are comprehensible. Does Nikolai and Annika understand what they need to know in order to succeed in the course? Research shows that self-monitoring and self-guiding, understanding the success criteria, is the number 1 indicator for success in the course. A good way to obtain quantitative data for this is through mid-review surveys. A good way to receive qualitative data is by providing students with an option to receive course feedback throughout the course. The fourth step of the course improvement and remediation for Nikolai and Annika is to analyze the time on task. It is important for the design of a course to challenge the students, but not consume all their time. It is important to analyze how the students spend the time in the course. Data analytics makes this very possible and doable. There are programs that educate, like Educations, where you can see how many times a student listens to a given lecture. It is important to maximize time on task and to minimize busy work. Does Nikolai and Annika respond to the work? Are there specific tasks that seem to engage Nikolai and Annika more? It may be good to find out what type of learning style does Nico and Annika have. It may be good to offer different options after analyzing the time on task. The fifth step is offering student feedback. It is important to offer specific and helpful feedback. It is more important to offer quality feedback than a lot of feedback. It is important to be prompt about communication with the students and also give students a chance to provide feedback to the instructor throughout the course. This type of feedback will help Nikolai and Annika maximize their time on task, and therefore their performance will improve. The sixth step is a respect for diverse learning method. It is important to find out how students learn. Is Nikolai and Annika behind because of the course design? Is it a problem with the activities? Does the course account for diverse learning and meet the needs of students with different ethnic backgrounds, learning styles, and learning disabilities? This can be conducted by surveys and in-course observation. Does the learning activities match Nikolai and Annika's learning styles? Do they respond particularly well to a type of learning activity? For example, Nikolai responded really well to creating a video. He seemed very interested in filming. Based on data analytics, Nikolai spent a majority of his time playing online video games and watching the online videos. He seems to be an auditory and visual learner. Can I target my course reading by reading it on Education so that he can understand it better? This is a platform to encourage him to succeed. Annika responded really well to art. She seemed to be a tactile learner. Is there a way to get her to utilize her senses while I teach? How can I make the learning experience pertinent and real to these students? The seventh step is to ensure that the course has many active learning opportunities. I need to make sure that what students are learning in this course is applicable and real to them. Active participation are key indicators of active learning. I need to encourage Nikolai and Annika to actively learn and give extra feedback to them to ensure that active learning is taking place. Thank you for helping me come up with remediation strategies to keep students engaged. I hope you enjoyed this scenario as much as I did. Thank you, researchers, for the contributions to Nikolai and Annika's success. Goodbye. Thank you.